Hello everyone, it is Friday, January the 10th. The first reading is 1 John chapter 5. My beloved people, who is it that conquers the world but the one who believes that Jesus is the Son of God? This is the one who came by water and blood, Jesus Christ, not with water only but with water and blood. And the Spirit is the one that testifies, for the Spirit is the truth. There are three that testify, the Spirit and the water and the blood, and these three agree. So, who is the one who conquers the world? This is we all want to know who conquers the world, right? And is the one who believes that Jesus is the Son of God. So, if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, it's not automatically guaranteed just because you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but you need to believe that Jesus is the Son of God if you're going to conquer the world. Then you need to, of course, in effect, open up a plan of life, or call it whatever you will, a spiritual regimen, a certain listed out discipline, in order to access the grace that Christ offers you and offers me to conquer the world. And Christ is the only one who can do this. Muhammad can't do it. Buddha can't do it. All the other figures in religion, they can't do it. Because they're creatures. They're human creatures. Jesus is not a human creature. His humanity is the instrument of his divinity. It is united in a personal way to his divinity. But Jesus is not a human person. He's a divine person. So we can overcome, we can conquer the world and all of its temptations if we rely upon him, a close connection to him. And this is the one who came by water and blood, not with water only, but with water and blood. So he shed his blood on the cross. From his side, water and blood, the water and the blood. Water and the blood flowed from his sacred heart and is really the source of the sacraments, from baptism through to the anointing of the sick. This is what St. John is getting at. You and I have access to this power, which is infinite in its origin, because it comes from the humanity of Jesus Christ, united to the divine person. So it has the ability to actually cleanse us and help us to overcome the world. That's why it's so important to receive the sacraments often. Over to the gospel. Luke chapter 5. Then Jesus stretched out his hand, this is a leper who's presenting himself to him, touched him and said, I do choose, be made clean. Immediately the leprosy left him. But Jesus said, go show yourself to the priest, and as Moses commanded, make an offering for your cleansing, for a testimony to them. Now then he goes and he spreads it everywhere. And many crowds come to hear Jesus, but what does Jesus do? He flips the situation. Whereas the leper could not have been in town, and the leper would have been on the edge of town, because the lepers were forced outside of the towns or the villages or cities where they lived. So Jesus would have been out there, and when he heals the man can go back in, but so many are coming to Jesus that he, in effect, has to withdraw to deserted places to pray. Always made time to pray. Always made time to be with his Father. And isn't that something you and I should want to do it, but we should understand the need that we must do it. Get it? We should want to do it, but we need to understand the need that we must do it. Why? Not to check off a box, because without this, we're hooped. We're not going to effectively overcome the world, as St. John said yesterday in the first reading. We're not going to overcome the world. So if we want to actually, positively speaking, deepen in our union with Christ, deepen in our friendship with him, we need to pray. If we want to avoid sin, negatively speaking, and overcome the world, conquer the world, we need to make time to pray. If we want to have more serenity in our life, we need to make time to pray. So I can only emphasize this, or I can emphasize it till the day I die, as I will, but I can suggest it only so much. You and I, we all need to actually say, this is something I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to, 10 minutes, wake up at 6 in the morning, by 6:30, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in prayer. I'm going to use the gospel of the day for my from my meditation material, but there's so many other aids one can use. And I'm just going to, enter into prayer and give this time to God. You begin to pray. It's better to pray badly than never to pray at all. Remember that. And if you keep praying, you will get better, just like any conversation. God bless you.